my dear Capricorns. Let's see what the cards have in store for you for the upcoming month. And the first card we have is commitment. It seems that you're going to be very committed. Commitment indicates dedication, whether it's a project, career, relationship, school, university, a particular case you're fighting for. You will be very dedicated to making sure that you will overcome the challenges and overcome any kind of negativity. So my dear Capricorns, you're going to be very much committed. Let's see what the cards tell us. Well, emotionally, you're going to be starting a new relationship. So perhaps it is going to be a new job. Perhaps it is going to be a new experience. But there are some fears, my dear ones. It seems that you are experiencing a great deal of anxiety, a great deal of distress. And it has to do with the fiery Queen of Wands. It could be an employer. It could be possibly, and like I said, like a new relationship, a woman that you're trying to impress. But if that does not pertain to you, then it may have to do with something where you are trying to relay your feelings about a certain situation. You're starting something new and you're having a great deal of anxiety. You're having a lot of fears, a lot of uncertainty. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, so it seems that there's going to be difficulties and fear and challenges that would have to do with some kind of employer, business partner, perhaps a job that you really wanted to get, but something happened where you didn't qualify for that job, or you found out that you were no longer a candidate. Perhaps a case that you were trying to win, my dear Capricorns, and you're feeling kind of trapped. You're feeling emotionally stuck, as well as there are certain things, certain circumstances that are in no way. Something is not quite clear because, as you can see based on these cards, there is emotional kind of uncertainty, disappointment, fear, and initially we had the Queen of Wands, and now we have the Emperor, which is a bigger entity. Seems it could be a bank, so you were trying to get resources, financial aid, and that did not pan out, and initially you had a lot of hope for this new interaction, but it did not turn out to be in your favor. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, so you will be seeking guidance, spiritual guidance, and that guidance is going to lead to phenomenal success, okay? Yes, the initial month, the very beginning or maybe mid-month shows challenges, something not working out, something not going the way you want, and you would be experiencing emotional distress. But fear not, my dear friends. You're going to get guidance. You're going to get very spiritual. You're going to obtain some maybe insight from perhaps a friend, maybe if you believe in faith, perhaps it has to do with seeking guidance from a religious individual, maybe even going to church, temple, whatever your religion is, you will be seeking that. If you're not religious, perhaps you're going to get spiritual. Perhaps you're going to take time to reevaluate things, evaluate your situation, evaluate how to go forward. And with that insight, with taking time and assessing the situation, you will obtain a new idea. And that idea will be phenomenal. That idea will bring success. That idea will bring security, if that's what you're looking for, and it will give you stability. Pentacles represent not only money but also health, so you will become healthier. As in the very beginning, we noticed that the cards represent a lot of emotional turmoil. Here we have balance. Here we have success. Here we have spiritual guidance including from someone that you're actually seeking guidance from, such as a therapist, such as a life coach, perhaps even seeking guidance from tarot reading. That could be it as well. But overall, you're going to be doing quite a lot of analysis with yourself. You're going to take the time to evaluate the situation and think what is in your best interest. Let's see what else the cards show us. We see here that things will be moving very, very fast in your world. You will be making a decision, and the decision will lead to very good outcome for you. You will be celebrating with your family. You will be definitely moving forward. You're going to be creating a new world. You're going to be, if the job or project or case that did not work out, the test that perhaps you did not pass, do not worry. Do not get overwhelmed. You will overcome any distress, any emotional challenge that we noticed in the beginning. You will create a new world. You're going to go forward with a new insight that you will obtain sometime during this month, and you will create a new beginning, and that beginning will be victorious. That beginning will be in your favor. That beginning will give you so much positivity that it will definitely change everything. And perhaps some of us have to go through something very drastic in order to start something beautiful, in order to start something great. And based on these cards, my dear friends, you will start your new chapter. That is evident, and you will be very happy. There will be celebration. You will be getting together with people, perhaps your friends, perhaps your family, perhaps both, and you're going to be moving forward with this idea, which is phenomenal. I'm going to use a different deck because I like to get more insight, and I'm going to move these cards like this, my dear ones, so that we have more room. And I want to see what these cards will tell us, okay? It's from the deck Eve. So yes, there is going to be an end to some kind of relationship that you were not very happy with. As I said earlier, this relationship could have been an intimate one, or this could have been a professional relationship. Something you are done with for sure. And you're going to start a new world. You're going to take in, we see quite again, you're going to take in a stance where you know exactly what you need to do. You will have to change your life. And although this is a very tough situation, although it's a difficult decision that you will have to make, but you will be successful when you do come to that outcome. Very important. So the relationship that you had, you're done with it. You're no longer into it. And you will take time to think things through. And it will be happening very quickly for you. You're going to, there's some kind of situation based on these cards that I see that you're going to get your justice. You're going to get your fairness. But for that to happen, you need to seek guidance. And again, we see guidance. Guidance will be perhaps from someone outside of your circle. Like I said, could be a life coach, could be a therapist, could be a doctor, could be an attorney, could be a consultant, an expert in a particular area. And it could also be that you will be seeking guidance yourself from other resources. So it could be seeking guidance from doing your own research, doing your own investigation. I do see that you will get your justice, and you will get your, you will be in a place where you're finally gonna exhale and say, oh, thank God it worked out. Thank God everything like I planned. Finally, I know exactly what I need to do, and you'll have absolute certainty in what you need to do. And it's going to happen very quickly. Very quickly. Again, we see two cards that represent different things. These particular cards, they're modern. So, and the older cards, the original drawings show that you have movement, show that you're doing something, you are moving forward. Okay, this card, okay, the Chariot and this card are the same thing. So you're going to be moving in the right direction very quickly. So very important how these cards repeat, even though they're from different decks. Again, that's a confirmation that things will be happening very quickly. So do not distress, my dear friends, if something's going to come up. If you're going to be dealing with a situation, it's going to be, and especially if it's not something positive, it will end very quickly. And again, we have phenomenal cards. We have cards that indicate that you will be receiving gifts. You will be getting advice, seeking advice, getting support from your friends, perhaps. And yes, this support will be significant. At the end of it all, we have a card that represents you are your own architect, a card of a magician, which is phenomenal card. It's one of the best cards in the deck, a higher arcana card that indicates that you have the power to change so many things. Remember how earlier we had a card that represents the world? Well, my dear friends, you're going to be definitely creating a new world for yourself. And that world will be in the way that you want to see yourself and your loved ones. Pretty amazing reading, a lot of action, a lot of positive things happening, and although there's some slight challenges, it shows that you will be able to overcome this. You would be able to overcome any kind of difficulties that come your way. However, my dear Capricorns, you have to stay strong. You have to stay resilient. You have to be, as this initial card indicates, you have to be very committed in regards to believing in the just cause. So if you're fighting to pass an exam, if you're fighting to get that job, if you're fighting to get that finances, well, continue to being committed and you will be very much successful, very much happy with the outcome. Okay, so that is very important. So I'm going to do a reading now that will pertain to your love life. And I'm going to use a deck that would that is very much perfect for this kind of for these kind of questions. It's called a romantic tarot. Okay, and it looks like this. And I'm going to do two short readings, one for those who are in a relationship and for those who are single, my dear friends. Let's see what the cards say in regard to your relationship for those of you who are in a committed relationship. So we see again, you're seeking spiritual guidance. That's quite a bit. You're seeking spiritual guidance and you're really trying to figure out what to do about a certain situation. You're emotionally uncertain how to go about a particular situation in your relationship. There's something that's been on your mind and there's been some things that have been bothering you, some things that been challenging for you. So perhaps you found out something that you did not know about, or an insight that you gained from your significant other, and you are spiritually, ethically, morally experiencing a dilemma, and you're not quite certain what to do with that. We do see that you will be very happy, okay? The outcome is that you will be happy. You will be happy with your partner. There's quite a lot of maybe naivete when it comes to certain things, but overall you have faith. You want that recognition. You have stability, which is very important. You have also inspiration on how to continue to being a very strong individual in your relationship, how to be more supportive, and that support will definitely come from your significant other. But there is a little bit of a naivete, just a little bit, but that isn't a bad thing. That is actually a good thing according to these cards. We see a lot of positive things happening here, celebration. We see you being definitely healthy in your relationship, your love. You have a significant other that really adores you, that really is trying to create a life for you that you want. So, and it's happening. So we have a Wheel of Fortune in this reading, and it may signify anything you want. So for those of you who are in a relationship, maybe this may indicate a very soon proposition in regards to joining, living together. Perhaps it's having a celebration that would indicate a proposal, a marriage in the very near future. Your loved one will create positive things for you. So there's a lot of positive experiences. And of course, we have the star. You will be the star in your relationship. You're loved, you're adored. Just be cautious. Just be cautious if someone's being a little bit jealous in regards to your relationship. So if you are the star of your relationship and you are express the love that you have to everybody around you, especially when your significant other traveled somewhere and just recently came back, just be cautious that that somebody isn't maybe, I don't want to say conspire against you because I don't see that, but someone is jealous. Someone is not completely thrilled about your love match. But I do see only positive things. I'll throw a couple more other cards just to see how things will be. And I do see support, love, commitment. And there are definitely certain things that you are not too happy about. Yes, there are dilemmas in your relationship. There are certain things that you're kind of like, maybe you are experiencing some difficulties when it comes to perhaps making a decision, whether it has to do with relocating, whether it has to do with moving, whether it has to do maybe redecorating. But there are some small little challenges, but overall support, love, commitment is all here. Absolutely here. This is very beautiful, and I wish you, my dear Capricorns who are in a relationship, that all these positive things come true. So I'm going to move this right now, and we're going to do a quick reading for my dear single Capricorns. Okay, so there's some enthusiasm about maybe dating somebody. And what a wonderful way to start, my dear friends. I'm just going to bring them a little bit closer so that you can see them, how beautiful they are. Look at these cards. We see communication. We see quick interaction. We see idea forming, how you're going to be meeting someone, and you will meet someone, and you're going to be, again, the card of a magician, the architect of your love life. You're going to decide how this is going to happen, and it will happen, and you will meet someone who loves you, adores you. You will meet someone who will, like on this beautiful picture, will pick you up and provide you with guidance and support. This individual is definitely ready to be committed in a good, open kind of relationship. Now, I don't mean open like dating other people. I mean open communication. But you are definitely ready for a relationship, at least based on these cards. And please remember, my dear friends, this is a general reading. So based on these cards, you are ready. You know exactly what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, and you have the power to overcome any challenges. Now, there will be people in your life that will be kind of bringing you back and kind of making you feel like, maybe somebody that you dated in the past, and you're thinking about how things were in the past, and you were thinking about, gosh, that was then, perhaps I made a mistake, and there's part of you that's a little bit bored. You are ready to get on with your life. You're ready to have a committed relationship, but there's some part of you that's kind of feeling that the situation is stale. And there are people that seem to be around you, friends, perhaps family, that may be reminding you that you need to move forward and not think about your past too much. You're going to be communicating, and it's going to be happening very quickly. And again, we see a new world that you're building for yourself. I can only say that you will be for sure creating a new chapter in your life. Something is going to occur in the very near future that's going to change everything. It's going to be very quick. It's happening very quickly. Perhaps you're going to travel somewhere that will completely change and shift your perspective about your life. And that shift will be a positive one for sure. I'm going to take a couple other cards from another deck. Okay, and this deck is a French fortune-telling deck. And I want to see just a confirmation, additional insight, what the cards have in store for you for the upcoming month. So there is someone that is causing you a challenge in regards to your work. And that challenge might have to do with an employer or someone who might be preventing you, or you think this individual is preventing you from acquiring what you want. And it does have to do with your craft, whatever that is, whether you are an expert in your field, or whether you are just beginning to work in your field, or whether you're just thinking about working. There's someone, a mature man, as we see, perhaps a father, perhaps if that's not a father, perhaps someone that has authority to prevent you from really pursuing something that you want. Let's see what else. You have you're waiting for something, and there is a sense of concern. There is a sense of concern, and you're waiting for an individual that is maybe not locally. So perhaps it's a letter, an email, some kind of communication from someone who isn't necessarily local, and you're waiting to hear from this individual. And please know that you will be, oh my God, I love these cards. Look at this. I could not have picked better myself. You're going to have the income. You're going to have amazing, positive outcome, because you will have the gift. Someone's going to bring you a wonderful news. Maybe that news does have to do with, it has to do with a job, a business, passing an exam, getting that certification. Getting an approval from a board, if that's your situation. Sudden wealth may represent not just the physical wealth, as we oftentimes think, but also health-wise. You are going to be in a very good place. Look at these cards, my dear friends. I mean, this is really awesome reading. I know there were challenges. I know there were maybe hardships, but look at this. Amazing. You will get that job. You will pass that exam. You will get that certification. You will resolve that court case. Good news. You should not be concerned. So let me convey this message. If you're waiting for an email or a letter or approval and you're concerned about it, you don't be. You will get it. You will get it, at least for majority of you, many of you. You will get exactly what you want, and even things that you don't want, didn't expect, you will get that as well. And of course, I'm referring to only positive things. So this is amazing. I'm gonna take one more card from an oracle deck. Okay, this is a Akashic deck. I love this deck. And it's just an additional card, just give us an insight into the month, as we initially, the first card was commitment for you, my dear ones. What is this card? I love this card for you, architect. Do not worry. I'm going to put it right here because I want it to come true for you so much. I do want you to have that happy ending. You will be the creator. We have this quite a bit overall in your reading. I did different readings for you this time, and whether it's a general reading, whether it's relationship reading, and as I'm ending the reading now, again, we have a confirmation that you are the architect. You are the creator. You're the magician. Remember, magician came up quite a lot, just like the chariot, that things will be happening very quickly. We had also the Wheel of Fortune that represents anything you want is possible, absolutely possible, if you wanted to make it happen. What a wonderful way to end your reading, and definitely brought a smile to my face. I wish you only the best, and I look forward to seeing you on our channel very soon. Bye-bye for now.